I'm a first generation college kid. College was the longest I had ever went to school in the same place that I lived. I'm from a small town in Western New York, born into a single parent home with 5 other brothers. My mom worked a lot, which means that the household duties like looking after the younger boys fell to me and my brothers, except I was one of the younger boys. It was a pretty common thing back then in my neighborhood, being from a single parent home. Back then they called it a broken home or broken homes. Not that our home didn't work, it's just that it didn't work the same way we were taught home should. So when I went away from college, I was so inspired that I really didn't want to leave. But I did. And after 4 years immersed in the black consciousness of an HBCU, I joined the real world. And a life full of harsh reminders of my childhood came rushing back. I remember feeling a kind of gray. It was as if all those memories of being from a broken home were starting to come back. It wasn't until Trayvon was murdered that the feeling of brokenness started to overwhelm me. Something about hearing the 911 calls reminded me of the brokenness, how being from a broken home meant dealing with abandonment and worthlessness. I mean, who could love us if our fathers didn't? It reminded me that the burden of love often fell to strong black mothers. And although Trayvon had both parents at home, his murder reminded me of how vulnerable I felt as a kid. Like, at any given time, that could have been me. The People's Assembly is a neighborhood and community development program to fix that. By creating local ecosystems, working to improve the welfare of the community, ecosystems that collaborate around community projects, research, and developed by local area youth. That requires investments into solutions that improve quality of life and local economies. Community investors are members of the community ages 45 and up who have the capacity to invest time and money into ongoing projects. Community investors contribute at least $40 per month directly to the People's Assembly Youth Programming. Community members are individuals actively engaged in advancing the goals and objectives of the People's Assembly.